The press as go 12-point spread in favor of Hamilton over Alonso. I just hope for the sake of the championship now that we're just allowed to have a good couple of races and no more FIA involvement in this.
Well, right. I mean, some people think they're trying to extend the excitement of the championship to the final race of the season. I think you could argue it has the opposite effect. It creates this atmosphere of chaos and confusion that turns more people off than it attracts.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, those comments that Max Mosley made a couple of weeks ago too, Peter, at Spa, when he said that he didn't think the sanctioning and the $100 million fine had done any harm to Formula One. In fact, he thought it was a positive. I mean,
how does that work out?
What planet's he on?
Right. There's Ron Dennis, who has to pay that $100 million fine. Fernando Alonso leads the session. Check him at the intermediate, second one. And he's ahead of himself, so to speak.
Yeah, he's already done a 36.8, which is a quick 36.828.
They were doing pretty good laps on the hard tyres earlier on, both Alonso and Hamilton out on the hard tyres. It's the first time I've seen them out on the soft tyres now, trying to get a comparison between the two. Let's see how it stands up to them. Currently they're running 1-2, Alonso, Hamilton, McLaren, then Massa, Raikkonen, Ferrari behind them in 3-4.
Times are incredibly close. The top three done 36.82, 36.87, 36.88. And then Raikkonen the 37.42. So very, very close at the top.
Getting back to what we were talking about earlier about former drivers not being used as stewards and officials. Many years ago, I can remember being at the Italian Grand Prix at Monza, walking around the paddock, looking through the fence, and there with all the other spectators was Dan Gurney. I always wondered, why don't former drivers and race winners and world champions have permanent passes to Formula One weekends? Think of how you could leverage their popularity to help the sport. I guess other people don't feel that way.
Too sensible, Bob. Lewis Hamilton, top speed, picking up a little bit. Earlier on he was doing about 304 down there. Now he's up to 310. He too is on the soft tyres now.
As you pointed out earlier, David, the McLaren's lagging on straight line speed, but there they are at the top of the charts, first and second.
Well, that's what we've seen in the previous race at Japan with Red Bull and Ferrari running relatively small rings.
Oh, boy,
right to the gravel.
Boy, he got onto that paved runoff area, which slowed him down a lot and gave him a lot of time to pick himself up and get back into control, but still got onto that gravel. So Lewis Hamilton trying just a bit hard into that turn one.
McLaren garage looking on.
Here we go, down to turn one, about 190 mile an hour. Turns in. Whoa! Looks to me like he lost it at the back there, Steve. Maybe he just hasn't got quite enough wing on. Maybe that's why he's a bit quicker down the straight now. He's picked up 6 kilometers on that straight. Is it because they took away a bit of wing?
I don't know, Dave. What would cause that?
Just went that little bit deeper on the brakes.
Have a look.
Turn in as well. Turn in looks like it might have been just a little wide. You could see where the rubber was laid down in the corner.
He just left it a bit deep.
Yeah. Oh, look at all that gravel, Steve.
Oh, yeah, the mechanics will love all that.
Tap the brakes a couple times.
He said it all around the under tray as well. The biggest problem for that gravel is it gets in the rims, and there's so little clearance between the brake caliper and the rim. It'll just machine it to pieces.
It'll be in the hands of the mechanics in just a moment. We've got a break coming up. But first, it's time for this weekend's speed poll question. What's your favorite Herman Tilke design track? The Bahrain Circuit, Fuji Speedway, Istanbul Autodrome in Turkey, Sepang, Malaysia, or here at Shanghai?